Welcome back to the gray space. I'm Zeke. That is Dre.
Yepers.
Got another one for you guys this week.
Yes. I just learned some of the most incredible secrets before jumping onto this podcast, and I'm pretty sure you guys want to know what they are, but I'm not telling them.
Can't say
I'm
nothing.
not telling them. I can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing, man. It's a secret.
But you know what's not a secret? It's for you guys to subscribe, like, share, comment, let the people know that you love the gray space. I don't know why I said it like that. You love the gray space. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are listening, for all our listeners out there, Apple, Spotify, wherever you're getting your audio podcasts at, make sure you leave us that 5-star review. Okay? Really appreciate it. Now, we are back with another episode of the Gray Space. Yeah. And this week, I feel like
there was a lot of stuff.
I feel like 2024
starting with a bang.
Is starting with a real bang
it's
in these
getting
streets.
Crazy.
It's starting with a real bang in these streets.
It's getting crazy.
It's getting wild out here. So I want to start off. I want to start off with probably, I'm gonna say a little bit of local news. We're not going to get to the other, which is some stuff we got to talk about, but I'm gonna start off with a little bit of local news.
Okay.
And apparently, for all the people that are out there, there was an alligator.
I saw this, bro. I saw this. Yeah.
Now I have it pulled up here.
Okay.
But this, for all the people out there, before I get into this story, I want you to pause this. This is the time you could pause the gray space. If you was going to pause us at any time, we said we ain't pausing in 2024, but today you can pause this. So pause this, go look up alligator in Mesa. It'll pop right up on your Google. Check it out.
Yep.
Okay.
And
just look at the images.
What's crazy is, dude, I saw somebody's comment on it, and it was like, what in the Florida shit is this? And I was like, that's a perfect comment, dude, because it's like...
Beautiful.
And you know what, man? I didn't see, like, where it came from. Like, if it got loose, like, if... You know, because people get crazy, bro. And they own, like, these weird exotic animals, and you're just like, why are we doing this?
All right,
you know what I mean?
So I got...
So you got the scoop?
Is everybody back? Did everybody go? Did you pause it? Did you go look at it? You check it out. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds. Okay, cool. If you didn't pause it, go check it out, then run on back. So the alligator apparently in Mesa is not the real thing. But this park, Riverview Park, has a little lake out there.
Yeah.
And it now, for all of those who didn't pause and they're waiting to hear the story, this thing looks like a real alligator, crocodile, whatever, right? Like underneath this dude is Crocodile Dundee back from the dead.
Right.
Okay. It is not a real alligator. It is made of foam and it is anchored. So it is something that was made.
So it's an art piece?
What
a stupid art piece. Why would you do that?
So the Mesa's Parks Department. So Mesa is a subsidiary of Phoenix. If you guys are not familiar with the greater Phoenix area, there's Phoenix and there's a bunch of subsidiaries that are considered to be Phoenix, but they are not. Mesa is one of those. Okay. And Mesa's dope. There's some good, there's some bad. It's dope. Some good times. And it has some great parks out there as well. And one of them being Riverview.
Right.
So, Mesa's Parks Department created a spot, for turtles to sun themselves. And the way they created the spot, was by creating this alligator.
Okay, all right.
Now what they found out,
wait a second,
funnily enough,
do the turtles feel safe around
Well,
crocodiles.
remember, alligators don't really be. I mean, they got a shell.
Well, yeah, but that don't mean
I know they got all the pounds of
crunch
pressure
on that
but
thing.
yeah, but
Like a crunchy
Now I
taco.
I know, but I was talking to one of my friends the other day from Florida, and he said that gators don't really like the turtle meat because the turtle meat is too tough. That's what he said. Now, this is not a real thing. This didn't happen, but I'm telling you, this is hypothetical. I didn't talk to anybody. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit into the story. So, news people did some digging, and they did find out that real alligators used to be a thing in Mesa. Okay, but this was back during the 50s and the 60s, and there was a gator farm that was near Main Street, and it got a little crazy. So, you know.
Did they kill them all, or did they?
It kind of just they just kind of let nature take its course.
Okay.
And so they eventually just because it's not really tropical.
They just withered away.
They just withered away.
Okay. All right.
No, and so the Humane Society kind of rounded them all up and then relocated them.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, but the alligator was not real, but it did have the streets in a flurry. So my question to you is, because we watched news clips of Florida, which to me, no disrespect to my I don't know how you say it, my Floridians or my Floridians.
No, well, hold on a second, bro. Disrespect to Florida, bro.
No,
Florida seems. Come on,
no
dude.
disrespect, bro.
Florida seems like the craziest place, dude. It's like Australia.
That's what I say. It's no disrespect, but Florida is probably the craziest place in the United States. It's the most wild.
Come on, bro. Even the people are crazy.
Shout out to Florida.
Even the people are crazy in Florida, dude.
They are.
They're a little crazy. I don't know what it is.
It's the humidity.
It's the humidity. It's a swamp. I don't know why we live in Florida, anyways. The whole southern part's a swamp.
So what would you do? What would you do? Because, we Calazonians. So we done seen the coyotes. Mm-hmm. We done seen the raccoons, possums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what if? Because it's pretty normal in Florida, man. Alligators just roll out and just be in your yard.
You ever see that video, dude, where it's a Florida video, dude, and there's like a alligator, crocodile, whatever, is rolling up, dude, and the dude goes, "Get out of here!" and snaps it on its nose, dude. I'm like, "What's this just normal to do?"
I seen the dude catch an alligator in a trash can, bro. Put the alligator in a trash can and took it right back to the water and released it.
Look, man,
alligator looked back like, "Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. I was just kind of a little lost." You know what I'm saying?
I will say this: I love all animals, dude. Like, I don't, no harm. Like they all have a place on this planet and stuff like that. I don't want to live with crocodiles, bro. And you know what? To say that, like, there are some things, dude. I just don't want. I wouldn't want to live with grizzly bears either, bro. In your backyard either.
I don't know.
Dude, mama grizzly bears tear you up.
I don't know, man.
You are kind of a bear, aren't you?
Well, I mean, my nickname is the bear. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man.
You know what I could not have though, low key.
That's a dinosaur.
That is a dinosaur.
Low key, bro. It's a dinosaur, man. It's the last remnant.
All them people that be putting their heads on it. Oh man, right, trying to make a joke out of it. I'm gonna hold his jaw down, man. Do you understand?
No, I don't. I just don't.
They be tying 2 rubber bands around. They do. I mean, they strong rubber bands, but like, can cut it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
You know what I can't do without, real quick. What I couldn't deal with. And this sounds wild. I couldn't be around deers.
That does sound very bizarre.
Have you ever seen deers when they just roll up on you? They roll up like it'd be like one, and they don't say nothing. This happens.
Mm-hmm. I have to say,
and then they do this thing with their ears. They be like flat out, and
Poor Bambi.
And then like 1,000 deer show up and they just be looking at you like, hey man.
They cool, man. They cool.
Nah, man, they be staring into your soul. Deers be knowing something.
I have to say, which is in probably every state in the United States, it's probably in every continent, except probably for Antarctica, is snakes, bro. Snakes are, I don't like snakes, bro.
See, you know what's funny, man? So growing up in NorCal, like when I was a kid, we used to see snakes all the time.
Oh, I see them out here too. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's out here. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Arizona. I mean, you
right?
got the rattlesnakes,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
sure.
they can be very deadly, you know, and stuff like that. But
nah, I ain't fucking with snakes,
bro. I just, yeah. So yeah, man. I guess if you live down there, you just got to get used to it, right? And then that's just with wherever you live, right? True. I mean, it doesn't.
I mean, if you're not used to coyotes just running across the street at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have
to say though, don't move to Phoenix because we don't need any more buddy here. But I have to say, it's pretty nice because we don't have a whole lot of crap here. You know what I mean?
No, you got like, scorpion, more bugs. It'll be bugs out here.
But it's so damn hot. Everybody's like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, we want to be outside.
We don't want to be
here. We want to be outside. Yeah, we want to be outside.
We don't want to be here.
Nah, we ain't.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
So, anyways, yeah, it's like you'd still do with it though. Like you said, it's more of the. There's a lot of bugs out here, dude, and there you get a lot of like crazy flying things and
weird. They'd be red, yellow. You know, like is that a wasp?
Some weird desert crap going on, but again, you deal with it because they don't last, you know, all the time. So.
That's your face when you be saying like.
By the way, bro, did you see this video of Fiji? And they were like, just be careful when you go to Fiji at a certain time of year. There's spider webs.
I've seen this video, bro.
Have you seen
I've seen this video, bro.
I have to say,
let me tell you,
I was like,
talk about it.
Hell no,
bro. I might pass out.
I'm not a big spider. Like they don't really freak me. Like if there was one sitting up here,
but they didn't even look. No. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. And we going off on a tangent, but it's our show. We can do what we want. Mm-hmm. The problem was, I feel like I saw Black Widow Daddy Longlegs on there. I saw spiders that were Daddy Longlegs with Black Widow bodies.
But let's talk about how big.
And I am no.
Let's talk about how big they were.
Arachnid expert, but I'm telling you right now, bro.
So from leg to leg, they were about 5 inches.
Wild.
It was
and I mean
nutty,
webs
bro. Everywhere. They were on telephone poles in.
There was more webs there than the web, than the internet. They were more interconnected.
Again. If you haven't seen that,
it's wild, bro.
Pause that. Go see.
Yeah, pause that.
Go see that.
Pause. Come back. Press play.
That is crazy.
Wild.
That I couldn't.
Hell no.
A snake is. Snakes are fine when it comes to it because if you run across one, right? Like, okay, get the hell out of the way, right? Like, I ain't trying to be the Irwin guy, you know. Look, it's the green mamba.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to go chase it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, those spiders were everywhere. Like, there was no way to get around any of that stuff, bro. Like, it was wild to me. I don't think I've ever seen
Here's why it's
that.
crazy. You ever just be sitting outside, just rando, and then just a web be just attached to you?
Uh-huh.
From nowhere, like from across the yard, be like,
oh yeah, it's because they.
I'm attached to you.
But I mean, they kind of like almost in a sense fly that way.
You know what I mean?
Like they spit
you
it out
their
their butt
and
then they just kind of like float until they find something to grab onto. But
now I'm on your shoulder.
They're so gone, you know what I mean? Like that web is so long.
Yeah.
Like it will just come. Sometimes
come
across your face, bro. And you're like, oh
man, I can't even fathom the thought of it. Like, oh,
I know you're not a big bug, dude.
Oh, you know
I know you're not a big bug.
I'm the elephant with the mouse, bro.
And the worst for you is bees.
I've gotten better with the bees. It's not. You know what it is with the bees? Bees have the noise, and you don't never know where they at.
I love bees, bro.
I don't mind if I can see the bee. If I can see the bee, then I can adjust to the bee. You can land, you can do your thing
as well. Correct? That you're aware of.
I was.
Well, hold on. I
was though.
Okay. Yeah. You want to tell the story, or you?
Have I told you the story? How I found out that I'm no longer allergic to bees? Yeah,
you got bit in your mouth because you almost swallowed one.
Man, this is a fact. This is a fact. So, for all that have been tuned in, everybody knows I'm a father, and one of my daughters is in athletics, and so I was out at one of her games, and I had nice little, Circle K Polar Pop, you know what I'm saying, and had some of that purple juice in there, you know what I mean, call it the Black Panther juice, and took it there, and I had it on the side, and nice cold drink, and I kind of left it there for a little bit, and I went to take a sip. It was a hot day. It was in the middle of June, something like that. Took a sip. No pause needed on that. And back out. I went, oh. B was in the straw, shot up. So I'm sitting there in a panic. I ain't got no EpiPen. I don't got no nut. I'm like, and typical man shit. I'm like, I'm just going to thug it out.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Like, if I start dying and if I start convulsing, like there's a hospital nearby, there's a banner nearby, I'll make it.
Right.
I was fine. I was now my gums and my lip blew up a little bit.
Well,
my gums blew up.
It doesn't matter, dude.
But
you get bit. It still hurts.
But
you still get a little swelling.
Yeah, I was good. I put a little ice on that thing, and I was good. So I used to, we change as we get older, I guess.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Or maybe you were never really allergic.
Man, don't say that, man.
I think you were just fed some lies. Or you told yourself.
No, I was hyper allergic, bro.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
100%. You could ask. Look, after you could ask my mother, bro. My mother personally. You could ask her, be like, man, was he alert? She'll be like, man, back in the days. Great. Anyway, so let's get to some other topics that are going on in the streets. We went off on a mad tangent. Like 7 minutes. Sorry for y'all. But I want to talk about we did have a full show on one of the interviews. But I want to talk about my guy Shannon Sharpe for a minute. I want to talk about my guy Shannon Sharpe because I don't know Shannon Sharpe personally, obviously. And being a fan of his for many years as he was in the league. I love the transition that he's made into media. I love the growth that he's had over the last couple of years into media. Whether you like his content, dislike his content, he's here to stay. And what I don't like is the backlash that he got from the interview with Cat Williams, and basically saying he should have done more. He should have done more. He should have questioned more. He should have questioned more. And then now, we are, and this is why I told you I didn't think this was going to go away. I didn't think this interview was going to go away because I felt like it was going to be a catalyst for more to come, right? Mm-hmm. And Shannon Sharpe has done a great job of using that to his advantage. Mm-hmm. But he just dropped a recent interview with Monique, who has been a very outspoken artist, comedian, in the entertainment realm for many years, much like Cat Williams. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of other comedians in between that interview and until this interview just dropped who have said many, many things. And a lot of people who just want to go sit down with Shannon Sharpe and speak their truth. First of all, I'm going to say, I did watch some of it. I have not watched all of it. But I love what Monique said at one point. She did say, it is your duty, telling Shannon Sharpe this, if you, so essentially what she was saying is, we boys. And if somebody comes to me and says, hey man, your boy Zeke did me grimy back in da-da-da-da-da, it's my duty, and I do feel this way, it's my duty, if I really know this person on the other side, to come to you and be like, yo, did you do him greasy back in like 1996? Mm-hmm. And if you start, or you got to tell me the truth. Mm-hmm. If you say, yeah, you know what, man, I was in a bad spot. All right, let's fix this shit, right? I do feel like Shannon has provided an open space. Mm-hmm. And I want this comment of he's not a journalist. Maybe he didn't go to school for it. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's not, well educated in journalism. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people that are who cannot do their job in journalism. His job is to get the information and try to provide the truth as best as possible. Right? I think he's done a fucking amazing job. What do you think? Just outside looking in.
Yeah. So the thing about journalism, right? Now, I haven't heard like people saying like him not being a journalist or and maybe that might be the case. Okay, and look, this is the thing I'm talking about.
Talk to shit.
Maybe people are correct in the sense maybe he doesn't even see himself as a journalist, right? It would be the same thing as for you and I, right? I don't consider myself a journalist when we interview somebody,
right?
What we think that we're good interviewers,
right?
Or
conversationalists,
yeah. So I think there has to be like a separation there in the sense of. Yeah, and I think Shannon Sharpe should, and if he hasn't, he might have at this point, if everybody's watching, maybe he has already, maybe he goes, yeah, I'm not a journalist.
And he has said that. He has said, look, I provide a space for people to go.
Because if people put that on me and said, you're not a journalist, you're not asking the hard-hitted question when you have so-and-so on, Shalnay on, you're not asking the hard-hitting questions. Yeah, but we got all the information we wanted out of the conversation. Like, I don't need to know.
And all the information that they wanted to provide as well.
Right? So I don't need to know who she's sleeping with or who she screwed up. And if I don't know that information, maybe if I do know the information, I'll be like, hey, what happened in 1996?
Right.
When all that stuff went down. What's your side of the story on that?
Right.
You just ask the question. The conversation comes up, right? So, anyways, journalism is such a weird tag to have on somebody because I do believe journalist, from my perspective of the definition, is more newsworthy in the sense of the war in so-and-so. So I'm going to go talk to this general, and you get different sides of the story. And I know he's kind of doing, in the sense, the same thing, but it's entertainment based. Do you know what I mean? But
let me ask you something real quick. What is a journal?
Where you write something down in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you write what?
Your thoughts.
Based on what? Your experiences, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You write down the way that you perceive things around you.
Correct. Yeah.
So me and you could write down, right now, we could get done with this podcast. We could write down our experience of this podcast. Would they be the same? No.
Right.
They might be very similar, but our thoughts and how we perceived them and how we provided the truth in that would be different.
Right.
So again, is he a journalist? Is he journaling down stories through video format and audio format? Guess what the fuck he is? And guess who doesn't stop going there to tell their stories? People keep pulling up to tell their stories, And he provides a platform for them to be told on. So what the fuck is he? What is he?
Right. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying in that
He's
sense.
a journalist.
But see, okay.
Is he a good one or a bad? That's up to perception. But this narrative of
but
a journalist has to be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think what you're saying is, look, man, like it all comes down to perspective, right? Of what you think that word means.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And because Shannon Sharpe is in entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. People think of journalists as that's where I was kind of going with it, right?
Okay.
It's more political. It's more world news. Mm-hmm. It's more, city councils and, what's the corruptions of this and you know what I mean? Like people's perception of what a journalist is. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying entertainment's out of that for being a journalist perspective, but I think it's all perception of what the other person is saying. You're not a journalist. Fine, he's not a journalist, right. But you got to give him credit for holding a platform, doing his thing, and letting people talk and letting it. Because look, we talked about this with the Cat Williams stuff, right? Like he's had Kevin Hart on there, he's had Cedric the Entertainer on there, he's had Cat Williams, and he has Monique. He's had every.
Does he have Kevin Hart? I don't know if he had Kevin Hart yet, but he's had. I know. I'm not sure, but I know he's had Steve. I know he's had Steve Harvey.
Okay.
He had Ricky Smiley.
Right.
He had Ced the Entertainer. Mm-hmm. He had Cat Williams.
Right.
He had Monique.
Right.
Like.
So like even if he did or did not have Kevin Hart on there,
I can't remember. But go
ahead. Again, you're giving. It's the same thing for us as well, and that's why I keep pulling back to us because I do not think we are journalists. Do you know what I mean? And even though we get a story from somebody, it's almost their platform in a sense. Like it becomes their platform. When they're sitting here, right here in the middle spot, and we're on the edge. We're just going. We want to hear your side of the story. What's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? And we've talked to different types of people. We've talked to lawyers. We've talked to business people. We've talked to bankers. We've talked to hip hop people. People in music.
Right.
We've been all over the place and so I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself a journalist though.
Which you are. That's right. Though.
But that's just again.
But I
think
it's the perception
of. I just guess it's just the perception of what
I just
a journalist.
And I just think that whatever it is. You cannot shame him for having a platform.
No, of course not. And again,
and so whether you agree with how the information was handled at the moment, he has the platform to be able to do so. And guess what? I've seen moments where people have been asked questions, these same exact questions, in two different platforms. And one has been answered, and one has been met with haste.
Real quick before this thought goes out of my brain.
Yep.
Again, I'm going to pull it back to us one more time. There are times we'll leave an interview and go, "I forgot to ask this question," and it could be the same for him. Maybe he wanted to ask a hard-hitting question,
100%,
right?
100%.
What's interesting about is when you're sitting wherever you're doing it, even if it's on Zoom, over the internet type of call, whether it's in person, you get caught up in a conversation with somebody.
In a conversation,
right?
You do.
And there might be, because we will have certain questions and we will hit them, right? But then afterwards you go, man, they went down this road. I should have asked this.
100%.
Your brain just goes, damn, I should have said something because that would have been a great road to go down
That's
again.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
Sorry I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? But as a viewer, right, who's listening or watching, goes, man, they should have asked that question. You're right. Sometimes we should have asked that question. But when you're in the moment and you're sitting here, it's the same as the conversation that you're having at work with a friend or whatever, and you're having just a normal conversation.
100%.
And you go, it could be an hour later, dude, and we ain't near each other.
That's true.
You're like,
God.
I meant to ask you that.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And then the conversation's already gone at that point, and you're like, well, okay, forget it. It doesn't matter at this point. So
great point.
Anyway, I had to throw it out there because I'm like,
Great point.
Because if people are, and again, I'm not sure what they're saying, but if they're saying you're not asking hard hitting questions, maybe you did have some, but the conversation just didn't wind down that road.
Right.
You know what I mean? To go down that. So.
All right. So, next thing has been in the news for other people. Our guy, Killer Mike, went to the Grammys.
Sweet, bro.
And swept that thing.
By the way, not a lot of people watched it, but
nobody watched it on TV.
Well, hold on. I was just gonna say real quick. We called it. Who was our? Well, it was your number one.
It was my number one album.
If you watch the video, go back.
We said it was the best rap album of the year.
Because I was like 1, 2, and 3 could be flipped however 100%. Way you wanted to. 100%. So my top 3 was 1A, 1B, 1C. So
100%. And he got best rap album, best rap performance, and best rap song.
Yep.
Okay. Swept. During the Grammys, where they didn't show him winning the rap awards, he gets arrested. Still waiting on all the information to come out. Not all of it is out. There's still some tidbits, which leads me to believe that it was some bullshit. Because normally when it's some real shit, they be like, man, he was out here doing da 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 da.
It was a bunch of bullshit.
It's some bullshit.
It is bullshit. And talk about.
I just want to know. Dude. I just want to talk about conspiracy. So, okay.
I don't have it.
Talk your shit. No. Talk your shit.
I don't have a conspiracy. I'm just saying. This, if you were going to have some kind of conspiracy about something,
not televised.
This would be one of them to have a conspiracy over.
48 years old, oldest rapper to ever win in any of these three categories. 48 years old. Now, Killer Mike's been around for a long time. Drops an absolute fucking classic. Let's just keep it real. For those that have not listened to Michael or don't appreciate Michael, I'm just going to go out and say it. You don't appreciate hip hop. And you should leave hip hop and just go listen to the pop shit that you fucking like. And don't ever come back to this side. 100%. Michael, if you don't appreciate Michael, you may not like all of it, but if you don't appreciate it for what it is, don't fucking come over there to the hip hop side. Don't even do it.
Yeah.
Okay?
I gotcha. Yep.
Classic. 48 years old, sweeps, rap album, rap performance, rap song. Mind you, 2 of those categories featured Ty Dolla $ign, Andre 3000, like incredible shit, right? None of it is televised. All given out through social media. He gives a speech about don't ever quit on your dreams. He's a social activist. He's a rights activist. He's a community activist. On the same night that Jay-Z goes up there, and before Jay-Z can even give his speech, Killer Mike is arrested. I just all I'm gonna say is I don't even want to know shit. All I'm gonna tell y'all, and I've said this for probably 5 years. Real shit don't go away. And I want y'all to realize this. And if you fuck with us for it, or you hate us for it, if you don't like what I'm saying, and you like, yo, Dre, kiss my ass, I'm out of here. Okay, cool, you out of here. The real shit don't go away. Real music always fucking wins, man. Real music always wins, and that's not to take away from a lot of these young dude, whatever age group you in. It's not to take away from the new wave of music, because there's some great fucking new artists out there, right? But I'm telling y'all, pay attention to what they want us to pay attention to. They don't want us to pay attention to Killer Mike, because if they did, that motherfucker at the very least would have been on TV. Right.
I'm with you on that. That's what I'm saying.
How many people were watching the Grammys that didn't listen to Killer Mike, bro? Never listen to Michael. If he's on TV, do you know how many people go that same night and go, yo, who the fuck is... Because I do it. I'd be like, yo, I've never heard of this motherfucker. Won the Oscars, won the Grammys, won the whatever the award is. I'm like, I never even seen this movie. I'm going to go watch it. Mm-hmm. They said it's the best, so I'm going to watch it. Man, this shit was trash. Oh, man, damn, I missed out. Mm-hmm. If they would have had that televised, how many people would have went and got and streamed or downloaded Michael?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Again.
And he would have flooded the whole year again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And look, I can't say much more than what you just already said. I just, there's so much weird stuff with this story that I can't even really comment on it because I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much weird. And look, man, I'm so tired of Hollywood stuff. You know what I mean?
Man,
like
100%,
bro. Seeing what you want to see or putting what they want you to see, mm-hmm. you know, and I'm just like so over it, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm just so over all this stuff, dude, because it's just like, bro, you have the category for a reason. Just everything needs to be. I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense.
Especially when rap is so much a huge part of music.
And then him being arrested, I don't understand either, because I'm like, is this?
And they paraded him like
it was so weird to me. And then you read I read the report and it don't tell you anything. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, it could be from a previous
misdemeanor with a third party.
Yeah, and it was like it could be with something. I heard it was a previous thing, and they wanted to do it during and make a scene during the Grammys, and I'm like, why?
Why?
And then it's like, well, then I heard it was an altercation at the Grammys, but between it wasn't even. Guard. It was not even him. It was his security.
Right.
And I'm like, so why are you arresting? Like, somebody else put hands on somebody else.
Misdemeanor assault involving a third party. That.
I'm so confused, dude. I'm like, this
is what I heard.
That's why I'm like, let the conspiracy theories go, because legit, if anything deserves a conspiracy theory, mm-hmm. it's this. Because there's a lot of weird stuff with all of this.
Come on now.
And look, man, I don't know what's happening. I really don't. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to say other than that. I think you said it the best, though. You know, it's just, you know, this is one of the best hip-hop albums to come out
in recent memory. Yep.
And there was some good,
and that's not taken away from the Nas's, the Kendricks, right. I'm just saying, when somebody does their thing, when 50 Cent did his thing on Get Rich or Die Trying, you have to acknowledge it.
Right.
Killer Mike developed one of the most incredibly well put together albums. Fuck genre. Albums. The way it was put together was incredible. It's a storyline through in and throughout. And the extended version just adds to it. And he won for that. And how many times do people put their heart and soul into albums that are incredible and they don't win because they're not popular? He won. He won in the streets and he won at the big time awards. And we didn't celebrate it the way we needed to. Yeah. So all the people out there, if you love Killer Mike, if you love that album, man, make sure you big him up. And if you're not familiar, please get familiar with Killer Mike and his latest album, Michael, which is a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, for sure, dude.
So we're going to wrap this thing up. I want to talk about something real quick, and we'll kind of put it together. I want to talk about the importance of two things, timing and family. And I'm going to kind of mold them together. For those who don't know, I was recently blessed enough to achieve my 37th turn around the sun. And my family, my mother especially, my wife especially, my father especially, and my uncle, who is literally the same birthday as me, 20 years apart. Best fucking uncle I could ever ask for. He's amazing. I'm not going to tell y'all his name, but he knows. Uncle, I love you. I appreciate you. Mom, I love you. Dad, I love everybody. Everybody, y'all know. I've already told y'all.
Is your uncle Killer Mike? It might be.
It might be. It might be. I was able to enjoy my 37th turn around the sun with a bunch of people who are family blood and not blood, by marriage and not by marriage, just by friendship. One of the examples of that is this brother that I do a podcast with every single fucking week. I pull up on him twice a week during the week, and we just sit here and talk. I've overstated this to him and to y'all. This is my brother. There's no difference. Like we come from the same. And I really think it's important to understand that. Keep your loved ones close. Keep your loved ones close. Enjoy them. Love them. And going back to our mortality conversation a little bit. Please take time to tell people that you love them. Mm-hmm. And do not let your own emotions or stubbornness get in the way of telling people, even when it is not reciprocated verbally. Please tell people how much you fucking love them, man. Please, I'm begging y'all. Because you know what, bro? It is so many times, and I got to see this past weekend from shooting this show. You don't know what people are going through, and you don't know what people don't have. And so when you have it, give it. Give it. And really, please give it. Don't take advantage of the time, or take advantage of the time that you have now. Now, right now, with the people that are around you that you love, and make sure it is fucking known, overknown. I don't care how much a motherfucker is uncomfortable with you saying it. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, motherfucker, I love you. Right. I really do. You are the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And I don't even like sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them know, because it is important, man. We got one time to be here. And whatever you believe in, at least in this particular physical form, whatever you believe in, we got one time to be here. And so make sure that you are letting people know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Every time we text each other, we leave each other, we get off the phone with each other, last thing we say, hey, love you, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love you, bro.
Do. Yeah.
Love you, bro. Sometimes it don't even be a bro. Sometimes it be like, hey, man, love you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that shit means something. Shit means something, man.
Yes,
so
it does.
I don't know if you got anything to add to that.
I don't. I don't have nothing to add to that. But your birthday was awesome.
Man.
And I do love you, bro.
I love you too, bro.
You guys stay safe. You guys stay positive, and make sure you tell somebody that you love them.
As always, this is The Gray Space. Peace.